Hi guys, it's me, Gentleman here again, and for this video I will be dedicating to the month of Halloween, October 2025. I should be talking about a little movie that called K-Pop Demon Hunters, because I noticed that this movie has exploded in popularity, and it's very funny. It's very good. So I figured it'd be worth talking about for Halloween, being that it does involve a lot of demons and Koreans and all that other fun stuff. So, plus, there's a little matter of, the New York City is under siege by Comic-Con for 2025. So I figured we'll get on the bandwagon and talk about this movie because it's really, really worth seeing on Netflix. Now that being said, I have a question for you guys for going to Comic-Con this year. You feel kind of bad that only two of the three voice actresses that provide the voice of the Demon Hunters are going to be there. I mean, that don't make any sense. Only two of three. You want to have a complete set. Number two, when you look at their schedules for when they're going to be doing the autographs and whatnot in the listing, they have them there for Thursday and Friday. So more than likely, the people that want to see that are kids, children, or young adults with jobs and college stuff to do. So it doesn't make sense to have that during work hours or school hours. But whatever. I'm sure maybe because they're just they're just beginning their careers and stuff, I guess it makes sense to put them in the early hours, the crap hours, crap days. But whatever. Like I said, this movie just came out I want to say 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, but it got really, really big, really, really fast, to the point that right now I heard that they greenlit Demon Hunters Part 2 and 3. And I also heard that there's a live action version of it come out whenever. So it should be pretty interesting to see that, because I'm definitely a fan of it. I'm a fan of Zoe, Mira, and Rumi. And yes, I do know the names as well as Bobby. Jinu. I'm sorry, but I can't pronounce the last guy's name, the big evil guy at the end. But I know that he played by the guy from one of the big business guys from Squid Game. And Daniel Day Kim plays the dark guy, which is weird because Kim Jae-young plays Bobby, their manager and their friend and stuff. So he used to play a real life doctor, before he became an actor and a comedian. So of all occupations in the movie, why not have him be the doctor? He's funny as well. I mean, he used some of his medical advice to help out with the girls and stuff. But that's my favorite of the trio of the K-pop superstars. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh when you see this. But I actually like Zoe. Yeah, because not because she's partially because she lives in America, not because she can rap, not hardcore or anything, not like Tupac or Biggie or anything like that. Well, she can rap, and but I actually like her because she's the most realistic girl there. Got me with her attitude, which I like her attitude. Her attitude in the movie, she reminded me of Mai from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and Rumi, which has anime hair, and the hair, it looks like a shrimp on top, a big sushi shrimp on top, purple shrimp, I say, and that's really funny. You could make the argument that Myra has anime hair as well, being orangey pink on top. It's quite funny, even though she said that hair color since she was a wee little baby, and that's hilarious to me. And she had the same scowl on her face too. But the way it was realistic one there. She's the first one there, and I love the whole pom-pom in the back of her head type thing. Yeah, I used to have a hair like that when it was longer. But yeah, that was really quite funny. And of course, this is the K-pop movie, so K-pop is like one type of thing you don't really see that much in in American cinema. You mostly see it like in music videos like Psy and some of the other people there too, and YouTube and whatnot. The only ones that really make it to America are the really big and popular, the silly and stupid ones. But besides the point, you got your fans like Dun Dun Dun, like the ones that like Golden and all that. My favorite one is you're gonna laugh again about this, but I know it's not performed by the girls, it's performed by the Soldier Boys. The Soldier Boys. You're gonna find this really stupid a bit, but I have a soft spot for my little slow pop. my little slow pop. Like the characters say, even though they hate the boys, they always say that it's rather catchy. Even though when they do it, they have puts on their face, and they're angry at the Soldier Boys, but then they also have they're also rocking their shoulders to the beat, which I find just adorable, by the way. So anyway, this movie is funny, great, just a great empowerment type thing for young women everywhere. It's got a huge fan base. The women that voice the actresses, that do the voice acting, is particular. They probably will get popular soon. And as well as the one that did the singing for it. I thought that the singers were the same thing as the actual performers, doing the regular voices, but if you listen carefully, you can actually tell that there's a little bit of difference. Not only in the voice volume and stuff, but the one that sing the lyrics, the songs, actually, I think that professional singer is number one. Number two, you can tell by the way they have like certain words and phrases more accented, like Korean speech. If that makes sense. More of an accent, some of the words. But it's all good. It's good to have authentic people doing the song, doing the performances. In fact, I believe that this might be one of the first movies that I've ever seen in English where all the performers of the major roles are not only Asian, but the Korean in particular. So that's something very impressive. And there's also another reason why I think that this movie is very, very good. In that I've been telling my friends that it's basically a 3D cartoon, but it's a 3D cartoon in anime form. Now, what I mean by that is that it's not a full-blown anime, but it's like very, very inspired by anime, kind of like Avatar, kind of like the Good Teen Titans cartoon, because because the girls are cute, they're very adorable. They do that little sparkly eye thing that anime girls do and all that. And they got the magical weapons like some anime girls do. They go into transformation and stuff like anime people do and whatnot, and come up powerful and things like that. But it also allows the main characters to deform and become chibi and become exaggerated, just like an anime character would. For example, they stuff the faces full of Korean snacks and ramen noodles, instant ramen noodles, and that's become kind of mean that they do that, but it's a bad thing because there's like you heat up the noodles and then you have to wait till they cool down. So they eat it right away. So that would be a problem for any normal people to do that. And then there's the scene. And everybody knows that in the beginning, which Rumi takes what looks like a long sushi roll and sniffs it like and then I don't want to get any sexual notion in this movie, but yeah, the way the anime, the girl deep throws the whole sushi roll. I know it's not a sushi roll, it's some kind of a snack with the letter G in front of it. I don't know how to pronounce it, so sorry for that, but yeah, she just inhales that thing. And Zoe ends up chomping down a bunch of snacks. And she does the pointy thing anime girls do, or anime people, I should say. And it's just so funny because these are real things that people do. And, they're not gonna be always pretty. They're not gonna be always cute. They're gonna deform. They're gonna eat. They're gonna talk whenever they are eating. They're gonna burp. In fact, whenever Becca is picking Mira and Zoe end up burping and throwing off the game. That's pretty funny. And they also have when they go to the doctor to club Rumi's low voice problem, they have get medication. The doctor's like, we have to analyze the whole thing before we can fix one part of it or you. And it's really funny because then he goes into staring at the girls individually. And you see his eyes get big and bulgy and stuff. And it's like, Zoe's like so afraid of him and stuff. And Rumi's like, why did I look at me? Look at for all time, just give me my medication and then we'll go away. So when he gets to Mira, like a stoic, Sophie person went attitude that she ends up going, and then the guy tried to figure out again, and then again and again and again until eventually she freaks him out by scaring the living daylights out of him. And it's so funny. The face animation alone is precious. And isn't it does look like when the girls make those weird faces, it almost look like the cartoon went from a cartoon, 3D cartoon, to a stop motion for a second. That's really, really weird. I might be the only one that notices that, but it's kind of noticeable that whenever they do that, it looks like stop motion or claymation. And let's see what else there. Oh yeah, there's a part where they have Ruby in like a hoodie. I don't know how her long hair can fit into a hoodie, but whatever. They have her in a hoodie. And then Zoe pulled the drawstrings on her to shut her up, or to disguise her. So when she overpulls them and she pulls them too tightly, you see Rumi's eyes bug out like one of them ugly cool fish. So it's really quite precious the way they have the animation, and plus they have when the Soldier Boys perform the My Little Soul Pop, you see the girls you see them launching hearts at them, and then Mirror catches one before it gets to Zoe, and then another one smacks in the face and knocks it down, and meanwhile Zoe's over there holding a heart like guy from Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom over there, and they throw hearts too at them. So that's very funny. The only thing I don't get is that when the soldier boys are over there performing in front of the crowd, and the girls go over there droogle the guys with hearts in their eyes too. And you see Zoe and Mirror having corn in their eyes. And then when they get hot enough, it becomes popcorn. And they eat the popcorn. It's like, did they miss something there? That must be a Korean thing. That the eyes can become popcorn. Because I never heard that. But it's very, very funny in that regard. Plus, there's also other little anime references too. I'll get into that in a few moments. But you might want to know what the backstory is behind this phenomenon. Turns out that there's the demon realm, and then there's the human realm, the physical realm, and the guardians, the K-pop demon hunters, where they human tricks, where they can prevent the demons from invading the world, kind of like in Yu Hakusho, in which they use their voices to drum up fan bases, and the fans keep the golden Hamon, the barrier from collapsing in itself. And from there, they get the power. The demons to get the power to prevent the demons from invading the Earth. and other plants, I'm sure. So the thing is that these are a generational type thing. You see, past Jimi Hendrix is from the 20s, the 40s, the 50s, the 70s, and the 80s, and so on and so forth. And what I love about that is that as each generation goes by, the fashion changes, and so today I don't that's the actual K-pop, but yeah, maybe you guys can answer me that for me if you know about it. If K-pop was a thing back then in like the 1920s or something like that, or before that, even because they show them in 20s outfits, in the 40s outfits, in the 60s and 70s disco outfits. It's so funny to see that, I think. I mean, not for nothing there. Asian women do look good in whatever outfit you have, whatever decade you put them in, but these three girls, they are not, how to put this, not, drawn or, modeled after any human that we know of. Because they're like 40 or 50% legs, and they're very thin for someone that's tall. And, which much like anime women in general, they're very anti-realistic, not very proportional and whatnot. So, yeah, it's really kind of funny in that regard. But also, Rumi's got little secrets to her. Her main job is to hunt demons and keep up the Golden Moon barrier. If I'm pronouncing that right. But she is what we call a half-breed, in that she is a half demon and half human. So she has to hunt her own kind, pretty much. And I believe that her father is demon and her mother is human. I think that woman that in the movie is her mother. Guidance and all of that. Anyway, this reminded me heavily on this character. Inuyasha with a big ass sword. Now, Rumi's got a sword of her own too. Not like the guy over here. And if you notice, his brother, Shishomaru, let me put it up so you can read it. You see, he's got like markings all over his face. And that's very similar to Rumi's own demon markings. But this whole business of hunting demons and whatnot, I just remembered somebody else who didn't in the anime universe, within the anime sphere. And I'm not talking about the people from Demon Slayer, the actual cartoon, but this girl, this figurine is from the Sango and Kilara from the Inuyasha TV show. And I don't want to move her because the mover it will require her to be. I wanted to risk bringing her up again because that's kind of I wouldn't say delicate, but very annoying to put back together. Keep it like that. But I can't find the sword piece that goes with her. I had it together, and then I moved my stuff around, and then it got lost. So I don't know what the hell I have to do it. Maybe I'll find it again. Maybe I will. Anyway, you remind me of that a little bit. You know, like the demon hunters are all much younger. Now, we'll also get up thinking of the main bad guy, the guy named G. I can't remember his name. I probably can't pronounce it either. But he looks like a big fire monster. Big purple pink fire monster. So you might ask, where's the enemy reference to that? Well, if you ever saw the original Sailor Moon run, you would see that it's not making reference to Queen Bear here. I'm making reference to that weird energy field that was around from the Negaverse. And that's what this G remind me of. That weird energy field with a slinging mouth. That remind me of the character. Although I think if I remember right, I think that one was green and red. I think Christmas colors. Maybe yellow in it to mix it up a little bit, but this guy wants his whole wants to feed his army of he wants to feed himself, but he uses the army of the demons to wipe out humanity, kill all humans, suck up the soul and send them right to him, right into his big mouth. Remind me of that that Pokemon Good Lord. You know, the celestial beast, but whatever they were, ultra beasts, yeah. Remind me of Good Lord. Anyone knows that Pokemon name? So anyway, he had to have them. Judy go and take care of it for him because he's a big fat lazy blob that can't move. So he had to have that minion do for him. Now, the minion sends this cat messenger to Rumi, which looks like a cross between the Cheshire Cat and the little cat was from My Name is Totoro. Another anime. And he got a little crow with a hat on it. With multiple eyes. Because it's demon, of course. And Ruby even asked him why did this thing have a hat. It was meant for the cat, but the bird kept taking it. That doesn't be funny. Realistic too. So anyway, they show that, and Uni creates 4 other demons, powerful demons that will become the Soldier Boys. It keeps saying Soldier Boys, the armed forces, but they're really Soldier Boys. S-A-G-A or S-A-J-A. Soldier Boys. So that is more like 5 versus 3, which is still pretty good odds. Not the best, but still pretty good. But anyway, what actually remind me of Billy from Powerpuff Girls. You know, the one that can't see properly with the hair in the eyes. The name is Mystery. I don't know the names of the other guys. I know that one's Romance and the other one's something about there. So anyway, they have those guys there. And then it's real good. It's real funny because besides all that, so basically, Juni decided to go the right Rough Boys route when he made them. And if you like Powerpuff Girls, which is also influenced by anime, I believe that they had the right Rough Boys, the Rowdy Rough Boys, which are basically the male equivalent to the Powerpuff Girl in every way, appearance, skill set, with minor differences, and they end up, I don't believe that they actually do any physical combat with the girls, but they do a song battle, like you would expect from a rap battle or something. And it's really, really cute, very precious. Because in the beginning of the movie, the three girls are presented as like Mary Sue, like, smug, they think they know everything, they are very competent in what they do. They did take demons like they did in the airplanes. When they, after they get done stuffing their faces, you see like the crew is over there, they're smiling too much, too big, too wide, and then you might be demons. So then they transform back into the demonic forms and battle the girls till they end up taking down the airplane, and the girls end up fighting them and then taking them down in the middle of the show concert. Which, by the way, why would a concert only last one song? And these people, these three girls, Mira, Zoe, and Rumi, are very popular. I mean, Justin Bieber was popular in his time. Selena Gomez was popular in the time. These girls are popular on like a new level altogether. They're like what you would get if you combined Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Queen, and let's see who else was there. The Rolling Stones, combined with I guess you could say the Powerpuff Girls, because they're just so damn cute. But they also have magical girl transformation, like any of the myriad amount of magical girl anime. So that's not Mary Sue's, because they got to learn, they got to get better at what they do. They got to learn lessons. Some of which lessons you would kind of the whole I got a secret and everyone hates me after the secret's revealed. Kind of blasé, kind of overdone, if you ask me. But they get over it real quick. And did the animation with the doctor and stuff, trying to fix Rumi's voice. Because it gets cracked. She can't make the high notes anymore. And Golden, Dun Dun Dun, a few others. My little sort of puppet done by the Soldier Boys. when they first arrive. And it's really something funny that you, you can expect for little kids and teenagers and young adults to get behind you, singing all this stuff, I love you, girl. I love you. I love you, music. All this. I dress like you. I want to be like you. I want to do this and that and that thing. But it's you gotta see something when you see older people and elder people. The people in the 70s, 80s, probably 90s and 100s. Singing along too. That's really quite priceless. Also, I gotta give credit to the fact that they make demons into creatively designed. It's not just like God of the Myth from Dragon Ball Z. So they got all kinds of writing on their face, tattoos, incantations, runes and stuff on them. So that's real creative. But there's one thing I gotta say about them is that both Mira and Rumi are the only ones in the whole movie I think I've seen so far. All the people in Korea with different color anime hair. Everyone else has black hair or gray hair in the case of the older people. So you would think that if it was set in like a modern day type of in the 2000s, there'd be at least a few people or a handful of people either trying to imitate the idols or become more westernized or Americanized Asian people with multicolored hair on. The clothes are all just, I don't know that make big of an interest in clothing, but I would say that most of it is westernized clothing. I don't really see any tradition or anything. And also, there's also a funny thing about the respectability tactic, because during the show, the Soldier Boys want the Team Hendrix come down to meet them on stage and do like a duel type thing in music to see who's more popular. And it's funny because they have like a big bull pit with like a 3 slides for the girls to go down, and you see them go into the same ball pit. And one thing is go down because of the leather outfits, which by the way, the uniform look like fancy matadors from Spain. But anyway, you hear the crowd chanting, "Go in the ball, go in the ball, go in the ball, ball pit, ball pit, ball pit." And that's very funny. But then when you actually meet them in person on stage, they're like, we thank you for meeting us. They have got about competition. Because from what I know, when they know about Korean culture, is that when someone bows, that's a sign of respect for us. Same with China and Japan. But the further you bow down, the more you respect that person you're bowing them to. So like, this would be a sign of respect. This would be a sign even more respect. And this would be a sign even more respect. And yeah, my back does hurt from that. And yes, they do make the joke that the girl been done so much that the back hurts. And even the faces show the pain. Because the Soldier Boys are demons at heart, they can do this stuff easily. Just to piss them off and the Team Huntress. Now, remember I said that Rumi was part demon? Well, that could also be a hint to that when when she chose to eat that big giant roll of stuff. The effect on her mouth does that weird animation shows that she's not fully human. That's my interpretation of it. But then they show then they show when they show what happens when the Soldier Boys get like roses and stuff thrown at them, for performance. So, not to be crass or anything, but I don't think that if you have a K-pop boy band, I don't think that it'd be proper to give them bouquets of roses. I think that it was so well loved. I think women would be throwing the undergarments on stage, or maybe their phone numbers or something. And in case they throw them away because they're evil and they don't care one look about their fans. So they want to harvest the soul energy. Again, like another season or two of Soul Moon, with bad guys just want energy from souls and people. And let's see here, suddenly you have a relationship with Junie and with Rumi, and they are actually pretty similar. Not identical, but similar. Because Junie gave everything in the past life 100 years ago to and he sacrificed everything to become as popular as he is, with the king, with the emperor, or whatever. So he abandoned his family for fame and fortune and comfortable living. But we're not privy to that right away in the beginning of the movie. Rumi, on the other hand, doesn't want anyone to know about her secret. That's a demon. So they form like a relationship, or a temporary relationship, and Rumi wanted to help out Junie, because Junie wants to be set free. He wants all the voices of his family and kids and sister and mother to go away because he abandoned them. And they have a very nice fight sequence in which Moon is getting very weak by the Soldier Boys. And at first there was a battle fight, which was created by water demons. I like the way they portray that. Mirror hates water demons. Like there are more types of demons out there. I like the way they need Rumi to fight with them. It's not like one vastly more powerful than the other ones. They're like three, but they're about the same in power. One's got a sword, one's got I think they would call it like a pike, and then the other one's got like a double daggers, like short little daggers, like what was it called? Tampa's, could be wrong on that one, but yeah. The Tampa told negative. Mira's got the staff put on in the bit, and Ruby's got the big sword, and she can also whip her hair back and forth, So anyway, they fight with demons, and they got train sequence there, in which gets covered in low-level demons to the point that it looks like they're going into a tunnel, but the tunnel ends up being a bridge, so the people all die in there because they're just overwhelmed with so many demons that they end up dying, and the souls go back there to G. Much like in Sailor Moon. But yeah, they portray demons as one to expose Rumi for what she is, a demon. And it's funny because when they do it, they put the sentence as Bobby to try to get Mira and Zoe away from Rumi. So then the preoccupied, then they disguise the demon disguise them as two girls, and they go after Rumi and disrobe her, kind of like Cinderella when they revolve her dress. But the thing is that Rumi looks violated by that doing it. Even though it's just a matador jacket, she looks like she's sexually assaulted by the, which is good because she doesn't want anyone to know that she's part demon. So and to get zapped into the demon realm, where everyone's cheering on the Soldier Boys, and then the Soldier Boys end up doing a live performance in the real world. It's kind of like a mirror thing where the crowd in the real world cheering on the bad guys, and they cheer on the Huntress, and in Demon Realm, the real bad guys are being cheered on by the demon horde. So that's actually pretty funny. Now also I should point out that the Soldier Boys look like I think they took inspiration from real life Korean fashion way back when, with the hats and the beads and black robes and stuff. But to me, it kind of looked like a badass, kind of like a Pangoro type thing with a badass type hat with a piece of straw in the mouth. Yes, I find it very funny that they have a mystery, even though he's got a very nice hat on, he still has his face covered with bangs. And to the point where I'm like, but how the fuck can this guy see anything? How can he be in perfect sync with the other guys in the group and still be blinded by their hair? So anyway, she warps to the demon realm, which I don't know why she did that in the first place, but it's the equivalent to hell, and she can do that because she got the inner blood for some reason. So then she was down in dumps, and she also gets help from Zoe and Mira too, and they end up doing like a very nice little symmetrical thing where they do the three of them running together like the flux capacitor from Back to the Future. Converge on point, like over there fighting demons on the way to meet themselves with the boy. So then they have the demon merging with the real world because the moon being severely weakened, which I don't know how that worked out because in the beginning the moon was fine, it was strong and powerful after years worth of work on the song and getting it together again and whatnot with the Huntrix. So I don't get how it go from strong to weak so fast. And the Soldier Boys are good, but not that good. So in any case, they converge, and the people over there come together, and shooting a laser beam, a hyper beam, man, it's roomy. We can barely push it back, but it fits it. We'll start to overwhelm her. And then Junie steps in and takes a full blast. That's like Piccolo did in Gohan and Piccolo versus that, but she said, I wanted to set you free. So he said, but you already have. Here's my soul. So he gives her the soul. He gives her his soul. So then it becomes more powerful. She does, and she can push back the hyper beam. So the next part is the audience, the human audience, doing the souls to all three of the Huntrix group when they all fight with each other and they fight together as one, and then they defeat all the Soldier Boys one by one, even though they love them by attraction, even though Zoe said, you're my type. Too bad. There are plenty of other people for your type. So anyway, that's like their main feature in this type moments. So in that case, you show them doing that, and the whole thing going to the good guys. So awful familiar. Where did I ever hear that from? Oh yeah. Give me your soul. Give me your energy. I beg of you. Please give me your power to defeat the bad guys. That there is directly lifted from Dragon Ball Z in the form of the Spirit Bomb. It copied the attack and the animation for the attack, and they divide into three girls to help fight the big bad guy. And that's very kind of funny. They never used the term Spirit Bomb, but the souls are being collected into a person to fight the bad guy. Well, of course it's gonna be a Spirit Bomb. a Dama, if you will. So anyway, that's the kind of point when a true Dragon Ball Z fan knows about that type of thing. And granted, it's not a big ball, but still. There's one time when Goku was able to absorb the energy of its spirit bomb and then being Super Android 13, the movie. So haha. Anyway, the Big Bad Guy defeated everything he restored. Uni is destroyed. Although, I feel like they're bringing back for number 2 or possibly 3. Because in the movie they show the cat and the bird both emissaries of Uni showing up to show that he could possibly make a return. Could always be a thing where his soul is returned to his body, even though the body was destroyed by the Hyperbeam attack. That it could always be reconstituted and what it's called black magic or something. Could we bring him back to be restored? Or maybe somebody would sacrifice themselves so that Rumi and Junie would be together. So that's a pretty fascinating, the possibility of all this. Plus they would think about maybe making the Soldier Boys come back as revenge, or maybe more demons want to come over to the good side, like Junie did, and Junie wanted to come over, and that when the bear would come up again, he would be on the good side, the human side. So yeah, it would be a fascinating thing to have. I would say I like this movie. I like it a lot because of the animation. Yeah, the animation is top notch. Live action won't be as good though. I'm sorry, but it won't be as good. And it's gonna be very fun. This thing is very, very good. I recommend that anyone that wants to see it. So I thank you for watching my video on K-pop Game Masters for Halloween of 2025, the month of October. Now, I'm gonna just say right now, I fully expect to see a ton of people dressed up like Uni, the Soldier Boys, definitely the Team Huntrix over the Comic-Con. I expect at least 3 different sets of 3 girls, and maybe the cat and the bird too. Maybe even Bobby and the doctor. They do a wonderful job with this movie. Great top-notch animation, great expressions, great stuff with the girls. The voice the singing voice on the 200, excellent. They got excellent testing about all kinds of TV shows, and they've been doing it right on SNL. And it's wonderful chef's kiss. And they're cute too. I should point out they're cute too. And I like the fact that the girls, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe all have different flavors for their instant noodles. Among other things, I'm sure. But yeah, I salute anyone that enjoyed this stuff. Please help my brothers and sisters. I give this my full recommendation. and my full happy face silver pool. If you like what's here, watching on my channel, and would like to comment, share, and subscribe to my channel as well as you can also reach me call me or text me on my cell phone number at 631-707-3707, or you can follow me on Twitter or activate before the call that at P Nelson Pro. My email is at kjsgmail.com. So I sleep again, tap my brains again. Have fun with this movie, and I'll see you in the next video. Love you girls and guys into the land. Sayonara. I'll be the same. And if you can, you keep me say word goodbye in Chinese and or Korean. Ta guys. And I'm always looking for my own little soy pop.